Gentlemen, this is Mantelligence. And before we begin with today's video, I want to take a second to poll the audience. Question 1. Do girls see you as a sweet guy and a great friend, but not as boyfriend material? Question 2. Have you ever thought things were going really well with a girl, but for some reason your progress came screeching to a halt? And finally, question 3. Is your approach to romance all about making your crush happy, even if it means not being yourself? If you answered yes to any of those questions, you're in luck, because today we're giving you 5 tips to stop being a nice guy and become an alpha male. Now listen, Mr. Nice Guy, we know you get a bad rap, and you probably think that's unfair, so let me say it loud for everyone in the back. There's nothing wrong with being nice. The problem comes in when your niceness leads you to sacrifice your own needs and minimize your unique personality. So no more Mr. Nice Guy. Let's learn how to improve your personal life and your dating life with 5 tips to stop being a nice guy and become an alpha male, plus 1 nice guy habit that's actually a good idea to keep. Number 5, go deeper.
All right, fellas, I have a confession to make. In my younger years, I was a bit of a nice guy. I didn't even realize it was a problem until I noticed I kept running into the same walls over and over again. All the girls I was with wanted me to go deeper.
I'll have to...
No, not like that. Well, maybe a little like that, but more like they wanted something stronger than a surface-level relationship. See, like most nice guys, I avoided conflicts and disagreements like my landlord on rent day. I only wanted to talk about nice, safe topics like movies, music, and food. And I figured if all of our conversations were nice, girls would be happy and stick around for more. Spoiler alert. They didn't. They kept going after guys who showed more depth, alpha males with mindsets that attract women like crazy, who could disagree without losing their cool and have great conversations on important topics. I realized that if I wanted a real relationship, I was going to have to go deeper. And once I started, I realized my niceness wasn't a firm foundation to build on. It was a concrete slab that kept me from growing.
Number 4, practice self-care. Nice guys pride themselves on the fact that they always put other people first. And while that can be an admirable quality, like when you let someone else eat the last slice of pizza, it can also undermine your confidence and actually end up making you seem less attractive. See, when you treat everyone else like they're more important than you actually start to believe you aren't important, which can send you into a spiral of self-doubt and keep you from putting your awesome self out there. So, how do you fix one of the biggest mistakes nice guys make without becoming a total dictator? Start by caring about yourself. Treat yourself with respect, starting in the little ways.
That's right, fellas. As I was breaking out of my nice guy routine, I took stock of myself and I realized I was a little short on self-respect. And one of the things I did that really started to make a difference was develop a self-care routine. I know, it sounds cheesy, but just by putting a little effort into looking and feeling good made a huge difference in my mindset. I started feeling some of the value that I'd always given to everyone else and began to feel more confident and sure of myself. If self-care is a totally new concept to you, you gotta check out the guys at Teach Hanley. Their skincare systems make it super easy and affordable to start caring for yourself and feeling your best. Whether you have dry skin like me, oily skin, or acne, Teach Hanley has a system designed to help you look and feel your best. Plus, they make self-care routines simple by delivering their products right to your door each month. Just a few minutes each morning washing, exfoliating, and moisturizing your skin will make a huge difference in your mindset and your appearance. Teach Hanley stuff really works. Oh, and yeah, they're sponsoring this video, so of course I'm going to say that. But if you don't believe me, just check out thousands of 4- and 5-star reviews on their website. Oh, and while you're there, use the promo code in the description to get a nice little discount on your first order. Or just visit www.teach.com/mannice to automatically have it applied. But don't wait too long to start caring for yourself. Life is short, and this discount code is only for a limited time.
Number 3, upgrade your adjective. All right, nice isn't a bad word, like or. But if it's the first word that comes to mind when people think about you, it might be time for an adjective upgrade. Lots of women want a man who's nice, but they don't want his niceness to be the most interesting thing about him. That's because everyone is nice when they meet someone new. So being nice doesn't make you particularly special or interesting. Alpha males take the time to develop specific traits and habits to improve themselves, which positively changes their personality and how others view and describe them. So if you want to be alpha, you've gotta upgrade your adjective so people describe you as cool or interesting or open-minded or anything other than nice. You can start by making a list of words that describe you, then ask your closest friends to add a few suggestions of their own. Next, Narrow down your list to the best qualities and put your effort into developing and displaying those traits. And don't be the nice guy. Be the intelligent guy, or the interesting guy, or the passionately open-minded guy. And give the ladies something more interesting than a nice guy to daydream about.
Hey guys, I know you're in the middle of changing your nice guy ways, but before you go full alpha, just wanted to remind you that there's one really important nice guy trait that you definitely shouldn't get rid of. I'll explain everything you need to know at the end of this video, so stay tuned to find out how to be an alpha male who remembers where he came from. Now, for the last two on our list.
Number 2, be the driver.
I wanted to talk about this next item because it really deals with another problem I faced in my nice guy days. It kind of goes along with what I talked about in number 5, the habit of nice guys avoiding conflict. When I first started hanging out with girls, I was a total yes man. I agreed with everything they said, even if I didn't really agree, and I did everything they wanted me to do. I never had any ideas of my own about what to do or where to go. She could have suggested frozen on ice, followed by a root canal, and I would have gone along with it. In my mind, I was making things easier by going along with whatever she wanted, but I was actually making things harder by making her do all the work and still not really enjoying myself. See, if a relationship is a journey, nice guys are just passengers, and your need to be driven around could be one of the reasons why girls think you're unattractive. That sounds like you. Take a page from the book of Alpha and start having some opinions and making some decisions. Next time you want to hang out with your crush, be prepared with ideas of things you actually want to do and that you think would be fun to do together. She'll find your ability to take the wheel incredibly attractive, and seeing you enjoy yourself in that activity you planned will really seal the deal.
Number 1, drop truths, not hints.
All right, gentlemen, this last point is something I want to keep just between us guys. You might not like it because I'm not Mr. Nice Guy anymore. I'm going to tell you straight to your face anyway, because y'all really need to hear this. Quit being such a wimp and say what you got to say. I know, you want to be a nice guy, so you don't speak up when others make you unhappy or uncomfortable. Instead, you end up hinting around at the problem and hope that they read between the lines. That's called being passive-aggressive. And if you've ever been on the receiving end of a passive-aggressive person, you're well aware that it's extremely annoying and not attractive at all. Girls want to know what you're thinking. They don't want to have to ask 5 times why you're acting weird. That's the stuff we accuse them of. So tell the truth, kindly, but directly. She deserves to hear it, and you deserve to say it. Yes, it may lead to some conflict, but it'll also make her see you as a more trustworthy, dependable, and honest and confident, which are some of the biggest turn-ons for women.
The number 1 nice guy habit you should never lose.
Whew, sorry it got so real before, guys. I just thought it was something you needed to hear, and I knew I could count on you to hear me out. In fact, former Mr. Nice Guy, it's your ability to listen to other people that I hope you will never lose. Listening is such an important factor in a romance for a couple of obvious but big reasons. First, it shows her that you think she's important. The moment you pay her as much attention as you do to Fortnite or whatever kids are playing these days, she'll open up and draw in closer. And secondly, when you listen closely, you might actually learn something. At the very least, you'll definitely get to know her better and might just hear something that will come in handy later. So as you become a self-possessed alpha male who knows who he is and where he's going, please, please, please don't grow out of being a good listener.
Those are 5 tips to stop being a nice guy and become an alpha male, and the one nice guy trait you should never lose. And don't forget to visit www.tige.com/mannice for all your skincare needs. Don't forget, it's the alpha thing to do. Thanks for watching.